Oh my god, hi guys. Welcome back to our stream! We're doing more Humblewood after a long time of not doing Humblewood. And we're still waiting on an overlay, which will be coming to us soon. It is under the works right now. The artist is under a lot of pressure because they had their computer stolen. However, we are back. We are ready. We are ready to get wooded by Humbles. Um, So, let's start off with some introductions by our players. Let's start with the precious cat holder, Katie.
The cat is precious. I'm not so much.
Uh,
But I'm Katie. I'm playing Clove Pumpkin Willow. She is a Gerbine mouse artificer. And her favorite spell is Catapult. I'll pass to Oliver.
Yes, I'm Oliver, and I'm playing Hart, Pronghorn Servant Barbarian. I'm the huge deer that is overly violent and scares pretty much everyone on both sides of the field. So I'll pass it to Kevin.
Kevin, play Dirtmancer Hedge. I like long walks in the dirt and talking about dirt. So that leaves Derek to close things out.
I'm Derek. I play Esmond. He's a Mawpot cleric. He is also kind of a mixture of every late 80s, early 90s father figure who cannot remember the name of his own children or his wife or the fact of how many kids he has. But, you know, those stories aside, he is still a community leader, a community cleric there to help this family and his family. Nick.
Yes, I am Nick. I am the DM. I'm here to make us have a good time, and to set the setting as best as I can. So, where we left off was a pretty interesting one. So you had just finished up an unexpected encounter between a few brutish thugs and the supposed protector of the refugees, in which Dot and family had traveled from the previous village. Basically before it was unfortunately decimated by the Scorch. However, something happened that caused her, Ginger, the kind of like reddish Mapok, to basically snap. In your encounter, Ginger dropped a ring that contained an elegantly cut pitch black gem, which after leaving her finger, faded like visible gas being sucked out of a chamber, and reverted back to its original state as a beautiful topaz. Excuse me. So basically catching up to where you are currently, you're all now surrounded by the bodies of the brutes in which you had fought so hard to basically take care of, as well as the unconscious body of Ginger, who was Esmond was nice enough to resurrect in our last session. And you're currently in an abandoned factory building in the roots of the Alderheart, which basically also known as the slums. And curiously enough, Durf and Hart, you remember when you were there last, there being a lot more people holed up here.
Yeah.
Basically, like, at least 25 or more people.
A lot less dead bodies, too.
Yeah, you don't remember there being 5 dead five? No, 4 dead bodies. Though, you are hit again after the battle subsides. Hart, you're hit again by the strong stench of blood. Like, you can still smell it. It's emitting from somewhere, but you just don't know where. Oh my god, I can't. Your cat's so fucking cute. I'm sorry.
So...
I love it. I just wanna fucking cuddle with it. It's so cute.
I spoon her every night.
Oh my god. Oh, fucking precious. And this is where we leave off. In the on the second floor of the factory, stench of blood somewhere, low light levels, And you've got the ring in hand. I believe, Esmond, you had the ring, correct?
I believe it was. Yeah, I think I didn't put it on, obviously, but I think it was picked up and examined. Yeah.
Right. You were examining it to try and figure out if this was the root cause of Ginger's aggression.
And that's why I brought her back. Although I had other options, I brought her back because I wanted her to actually answer for her crimes when she may not be being influenced by the ring.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were going to legit straight up murder your wife, and that really got me worried last session. When you said, I'm gonna do something, and I'm like, oh fuck, here it comes. But alright, so,
There's too many witnesses.
oh my god,
Oh, wait.
true. Dot turns around, looks at you. You wanna go? I may be married to you, but I'm not afraid to throw hands.
See, I wouldn't have it any other way. That's the way to go. But I figured Ginger's got to answer for what she did because I don't think we know the full picture of everything right yet.
It's odd because she did not act this way when we were together. If anything, she was joyful. She was, happy to be around us. She was very willing and able to help in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure that, the others could attest that they've probably never seen her like this. We've been in that village for, oh god, a couple of years since after the war, or after the war, and I met her early on, and she was one of the people who I would always go to the market with.
Well, she can answer now. I think that might seem a little off to people, but I want to give her a chance to explain herself because this is really out of character.
Okay. And you notice that, or you kind of look at the body of Ginger, and you can see her kind of like shifting a little bit from the breathing, inhaling and exhaling. You do notice that she's not conscious yet. It may take a little bit more time, probably like 20 minutes or so for her to regain her consciousness. But she's not going anywhere. You have the ring in hand, but you're not going to equip it, right?
Oh, of course not, because I haven't. It needs to be examined before. I'm not going to just throw this thing on, especially if I think it's like some cursed like thing that really changed her up. I'm not that reckless today.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna retcon. Amber, you're gonna take a look at Amber's ring. And do you want to investigate the ring a little bit further, or do you want to kind of hold off and wait on doing that?
Let's see. We got what would work better for you? An investigation, an arcana, religion?
I think for this instance, you can either use religion or arcana, one of the two.
Okay, well, here's a religion check for you.
Okay.
14.
14? Okay, excellent. The ring, you've heard of this being used before in a darker type of magic that's used by, trying to see, because I can't remember, what's your deity again?
Heth.
Heth, thank you. Because I just want to make sure I'm not fucking up his alignment, because I have been known to fuck that shit up in the past. But that is A-okay. Here we go. Ah, yes, Heth. You are actually kind of familiar with this magic being used in the followers of... How the hell do you say that? Cluran. It's Chluran. If you're wondering how to spell it, write it down, or say it.
Chlorine?
Chlorine. Chlorine. Yes, the followers of Chlorine. No, I'm just. Basically, they're known to use that dark magic, in either, arcane or any ways of trickery is basically how they operate. And although you really haven't come across it too much, you've heard stories of basically the followers giving trinkets and odds and ends to random unsuspecting people, or trying to kind of sell them in a way that would kind of end with them giving them their money and then never seeing them ever again because they went off and got themselves killed somehow. This ring in particular, you don't know for certain if it was the cause, but you do know that it's probable.
So would that be possibly a little more chaotic slash, like, not necessarily evil, but maybe more impulsive action?
It's well, let me see. The alignment of those followers would be chaotic neutral. Sorry, I need to hydrate the speaking tubes. But you can kind of infer that it would probably be just to cause chaos. In that the ring draws from and amplifies aggressions.
Well, I think I know the perfect person to wear this ring then.
Dot turns to you. Oh, who? If you're thinking of me,
no, of course not.
Then I'll get a divorce. But
I was just thinking, wait, if it amplifies aggressions, I mean, we gotta, like, I'll look over at Hart for a second. Kind of a, little finger pointing that way. We got a little aggression machine over here too, right? So, like, this might be beneficial to him.
I almost feel like I need to make you have a intelligence check or an insight roll to figure out if that's a good idea or not.
Bullshitting. I'm actually bullshitting. I'm not gonna give the crazy barbarian the ring that makes you psychotically violent. That's not.
He starts getting so fucking violent that he just starts killing everyone and everything.
Yeah, that's we're not actually going to go there. In fact, I don't think anybody should wear this ring, because that's why I'm thinking that Amber did what she did, given that her, maybe deep down she was resentful of certain things, but then it's completely amplified by this thing. So I want her to answer for it. Because if it's not the ring and it is ultimately her choice, then the authorities will have to deal with her, and she'll have to explain to us where everybody else is anyway. So,
speaking of which, while he is doing this, I'm going to clear the building. I'm going to leave him to deal with whatever is going on here.
Okay.
I'm just going to go room by room, seeing if there's any more trouble anywhere else in the building.
Okay. So you're right now on the second floor. You can either go down the hallway that Esmond and Dot had come from, which you remember leads to basically the warden or overseer's office. In the hallway that you're standing in, you have the 4 rooms that are on the different sides of the hallway and at the end of the hallway. And then downstairs there's still a bit of exploring to do down there as well.
I'm gonna tag along with Hart.
Okay.
Any of the 4 rooms that we haven't been to that are connected to this room, I'll check each of one of those in turn. And if there's nothing of consequence that needs to be dealt with immediately, like more people or bodies, I'll proceed the way that everyone came from when they were escaping, towards the overseer's area. Check all that, and then once the top floor is clear of people, then we can head downstairs.
Okay, cool. So you go ahead and check. Do you have dark vision?
Me, I do not know.
Okay.
But I think
I
we
can
lit up
light
my
it up.
lanterns, didn't we? Or sorry, we lit up my antlers, I believe, last
That's
time, didn't
true. That's right. You did light up your
Yeah.
your antlers. I was gonna say, you open up door 1 and you see pitch black. No, I'm just kidding. So you kind of go, Heart. You go with, or I'm sorry, Durf. You go with Heart, to kind of look through the rooms. Now, Clove, what would you like to be doing in this situation? Do you want to follow them, or do you want to kind of stick with Dot and Esmond?
I'll stick with Dot and Esmond. Make
Okay.
sure that Dot's okay and stuff like that.
Okay. You're basically kind of tending to Dot, seeing if she's all right. She seems pretty good, pretty sturdy. You're surprised by her ability to fight, but can trust that Esmond has trained her well in times of emergency combat needs.
Or she trained Desmond to begin with. You don't know.
You know, that's actually true, Esmond.
Okay.
That is something that you will have to consider.
It was necessary that we both know how to fight. We had 4 kids to deal with. You don't know.
Okay, that is a fair argument.
It's 4 versus 2. You never know how that goes if you don't know a few moves.
Very fair. All right, so you're going through the rooms. The first room, you don't see anything. It's pretty empty. You know, you see maybe a couple of pieces of cloth on the floor. That's it. Nothing. Second room, you see a bunch of benches and tables. Nothing in there of really any interest, but some of the benches are kind of tipped over on their side. Third room, completely empty, except for a weird pile of silverware. Don't know why. It's just there. There's nothing out of place of it other than if silverware being on the floor in a pile.
Okay.
And then you get to the fourth room, which that smell of just blood or like of death seems to kind of be emitting from. And as you open the door, there's, weirdly enough, is nothing in this room that you can see immediately. But if you step in a little bit more, you see a stain right in the back left corner, and it's a sizable blood stain with what looks to be a torn off piece of like cloth, like from a shirt or something.
Now, when you say it's a sizable stain, is this something that this would have been a sizable stain left by a single person being killed here? Or is this a sizable stain as in more than one person was bleeding here?
Give me a perception check on that.
It's gonna be 15.
15. Okay. You're on closer inspection, you can kind of see it trails up a little bit on the wall. From what you can tell, this looks like as if it might have actually been a couple of people, or a couple of bodies, presumably. No one person can shed this much blood, even if they were drained of it.
So there's a lot of blood from several people.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any trail of it leaving the room, or is it just the blood stain here?
It's just the blood stain here. There's no trail that you can see or that you did see in the hallway or leading out of the room. However, you do remember seeing down in the entranceway, you do remember seeing a lot of what looked to be scuff marks on the floors, or a lot of areas in which that it had been kind of disturbed, as if people were, or individuals were running, or maybe have been dragged.
Okay. But it's interesting that there's no bodies in the room and no blood trail leading out of the room if they bled so much. I'd just like to make sure that there's no other concealed exits from this room. Nowhere else that these people could have gone.
Let's see. You kind of look around, and you don't see anything at first. But I'd actually like you both to give me Durf and you to give me a investigation check on that.
Well, that's a 0 for me.
Oh.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
Durf, this
11.
one's on you.
11.
All right. Hart, you're basically just enamored by the blood. You're just trying. Cogs are turning. You're trying to figure out mathematically how many people could have bled out to cause this. Durf, on the other hand, you're slightly disturbed by seeing this much blood. But as you kind of take a look, you notice that the seams of the floor are a little bit thicker in some areas. You're able to kind of see that in some of the areas with the blood, there's... it almost looks like a trap door of some kind.
What's the floor made out of?
The floor is made out of wood planks.
I'll point it out to Hart. There's something here, and I'll kind of like draw around the edge of what I noticed.
Okay. Is there any sort of handhold, or is it just a seam?
You kind of feel around, and there is a little indentation. Not necessarily a handhold, but something that you kind of grab onto slightly. It looks like it was well hidden, for whatever reason.
I'm gonna try to pry it open then.
Okay. You pull up on it, it actually opens up with ease. And as you kind of do so, the blood that was kind of pooled there drips down from off the sides. And when you look down, it looks as though someone had literally just carved a hole or carved a square in the floor, put some hinges on it, and it leads straight down to the assembly floor that's right below, right on the first floor. So the giant assembly area that you guys saw that if you walked over the catwalk leading to the overseer's office.
How far of a fall is it?
With the light beaming off your antlers, you can assume that it's about a 30-foot drop.
Some made a kill room with a garbage chute.
That's what it looks like. But
Gross.
we still need to find the bodies.
Okay.
You okay to jump down, or you want me to carry you?
I'm a little light on hit points, quite honest.
Yes, please don't jump down 30 feet, please.
I can survive a 30-foot fall. Come on.
I know you can, but I don't know if Durf can.
That's why I'm asking him if he's okay.
We should probably walk around. We were down there from...
If you actually are real, I don't know what your actual hit points are. I've got this healing poultice that I bought like in one of the towns way back that heals for 1d4 plus 2. We might as well use it now.
I thought you literally asked if you are real. Like, if you are real.
Yeah, I'm at 16 out of 44.
Okay. I'm going to use the poultice to patch you up a little bit then. Let's see.
We have a cleric, and I have mending. Like...
I don't know if mending is going to work on Durf.
Or not mending.
Mending is for objects.
Yeah. I have healing word.
Okay.
Oh,
Well-
that works on people.
We can send you back to get patched up then.
Yes.
That's a good plan. I'll be right back. I watch the hole again.
I'm watching it, making sure nothing comes up.
You look down the hole and you see nothing coming up, nothing going down. It is a hole.
Yeah, I'll rush back to Esmond, Clove. Let them know what we found. There's a murder room with a body chute. It's kind of creepy, and Hart wants to jump down the chute. I don't want to jump because I'm very injured, and I don't have like the legs to like absorb the landing, so I'm just gonna. It's not gonna be great.
I'm very injured.
You're still very injured. I did not notice. I was in the rush of everything. Come here. Let me tend to you. What is going on?
I would just point to the various wounds that I suffered in combat with.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will throw a cure wounds on you right now. It won't be spectacular, but let's see what we get.
I understand you used your best spells on interrogating that woman.
You get 11 back. And
Firebolt.
you need another one? No,
I would not say no.
Ow, fuck. God.
Then you get 7
Sorry.
back on the second one.
All right, that puts me at a far more stable.
And wait a second. I want to see one other thing. You should also have one of those granola bar things I gave you when we had the meal last time from the domain power. Because I think that heals. Let me make sure what that heals.
I forgot we had granola bars.
Yeah, same.
They're trash granola bars created by me.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna say, when did I give you granola bars? And then I'm like, oh wait, that's right, you made them.
Heal equal to 2d4 plus my cleric level, and can also remove frightened or poisoned conditions. So, 2d4 plus.
So
6.
when I look at this granola bar, knowing that it's made out of trash, I'm going to druid craft on it to improve whatever it is to be more healthy tasting before I put it into my mouth.
So does that make the trash more trashy, or does that make it less trashy?
I mean, I'm there's only some kind of bugs I like. See, it's a 2d4 plus.
Okay, so that would be 5. That would be 11 points if you eat that.
That's gonna put me at a very, very healthy full.
Good.
Now, Nick, from here, how much longer would it be to run down to the bottom floor where that chute drops out?
Versus dropping down.
Yeah.
It would take you no more than maybe an additional 25 seconds to get down there.
Okay.
And also you would be less likely to break your fucking legs. So.
Yeah. So I will run down that way.
Awesome.
And look up the chute at Hart. Like, okay.
Y'all better now?
Yes. This
I'm
way
gonna
was
jump
easy.
down.
Okay. Awesome. If you're jumping down, please give me an acrobatics check. Let me fucking go.
Oh, that's a 9.
They're giving you heroism too before you left.
Got a 9 on the acrobatics.
Oh, Hart.
I'm always gonna push the drugs for you.
We have options.
You have
only-
stairs.
It's only what, like 3d6 or something? That's nothing. Please.
Okay, well, here's the fun part of me creating the scene in which you have fallen and hurt yourself. Um, you attempt to jump down.
Let me
and-
roll the damage to see how much I hurt myself by.
Okay,
first, because
do that, and I
It
will.
might only be 3, and it might be 18.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you have a granola bar
Baby.
too, right?
10. See, that's not so bad.
You have a granola bar too, so you can
Dude,
actually
fuck.
gain back 2d4 plus. Because I gave everybody in the party one before, as long as it hasn't been 8 hours.
Wait, Hart, what was your health at before? Oh, okay, you're fine.
It was whatever it was. It was 54 because it's whatever I have now plus 10. I have a
Okay,
lot of health.
cool.
I'm fine.
Cool.
I could have
you're not.
raged and been resistant to bludgeoning.
That's
too.
that's true. Well,
Just an angry jump down.
Charge more.
well, you have made it down. But in doing so, as you jump down, you feel like you're in the clear. However, your antlers did not illuminate a giant looking, not sewing machine or like a sorting. It looks like a sorting device. And as you
Hat?
a cat?
Hat.
No, not a hat. No, it's not the sorting hat. Yes, Gryffindor. As soon as he lands on it. As you kind of land, as you come down and you see this, you try to kind of adjust yourself mid-air, but to no avail. And the corner of it ends up clipping you, and takes a big kind of chunk out of your leg. So yes, you take the 10 damage.
I'm gonna stand up, brush myself off, and say, "Okay, let's keep looking."
As you bleed
Okay.
out, you kind of so you're gonna take a look around the area. Okay, so you are on the assembly floor. It's still pretty dark, and your antlers only really illuminate the area in which you're standing. So your line of sight with the rest of the room isn't really there. However, I can't remember. Durf, do you have dark vision or no?
No, that's why I can cast.
Okay, that's
Oh.
okay. So both of you basically you can't see really the other end of the assembly floor. But the area in which you're at now, you kind of see more of a puddle of blood, and on the occasion you can hear like the drip of it coming from the upper floor, landing at your feet. Hart, you've kind of got some blood on you, just from touching the wood from above, and also from the landing, which you kind of slid a little bit. And you notice that the scent is getting a lot stronger. Like, you're smelling now, you're smelling like body. Like,
I'm gonna follow the blood.
okay. The trail kind of leads, like a dragging line. You can see it dragged across the floor, leading, across the assembly line. And as you're, like, passing all these different tables, like different sections of the floor, you get to an area, in the back where the blood stops. And it stops right at a pair of barred floor doors that look like they kind of lead down into a basement.
So are they barred from this
Barred-
side?
Yes, they're barred from this side.
That-
Sorry, I should have made that a
that
little
question-
bit more kind of oh my god, look at these. Yes, it has a Ravenclaw.
Get the others
Yes,
before we
that's-
go down in there. If that bar's keeping something in, it's probably doing.
It's where the Ravenclaws are at.
I'm gonna frown because I can only imagine what Esmond is still doing up there. But I'm not gonna unbar it yet. However, I am going to get
Where is
down
it?
and I'm just gonna hammer on that door with my fist. See if anything responds from the other side.
By the way, Clove, I think I
Yeah,
attended to your injuries, but How are you doing?
I know that Esmond's occasionally a problem, but we could use Clove for.
I have dark vision.
Yeah,
Maybe we should bring
Yeah.
Dot along too.
I was gonna say like 3 of the people that you left behind all have dark vision, while you 2 are the only ones who can't see shit in the dark. Like,
So yeah, I'm gonna rush back, and it's like we've got a very ominous looking door, and it's got a bar on it to keep something presumably scary inside. So we should do this together.
Did you have to, like?
I've run a lot. Please don't make me talk more.
Okay.
This is turning into the end of Clue.
Okay. Easy fix. I will tie up Amber because I don't want her to become conscious and leave while we are gone.
Okay.
And tight enough that she's gonna stay put. I'm not trying to be like overly like damaging to her, but I don't want her leaving because she's still got to answer for what she did. So after doing that, I'm gonna go. Gonna leave Dot here to deal with this, but she will have an advantage because she won't be tied up and she will have a weapon in her hand.
It's also kind of scary.
Oh, don't worry. You should see me.
Honestly.
You should see me with a war axe. That's even scarier. But yes, I will stand here and make sure that Amber doesn't go anywhere. I should be good, so please help your friends.
Well, I think it sounds to me like they found something that's not so great. So it's probably good that you're not coming down there to see this right now. What do we got?
A big door with a bar on it.
And Hart can't unbar it?
No, Hart can absolutely unbar it.
So why are you...
Whatever's in there is going to be a bigger problem than what we just dealt with. And that wasn't so great. So let's get going.
In fact, the longer it takes you guys to get down here, the more likely Hart is to just unbar it anyway.
Yeah, Hart's just standing there tapping his fucking hooves, like arms crossed.
So I'm not going to run back this time because I have tiny legs and I'm a little tired. But I'm just going to turn around and start going.
I'll follow.
Oh, all right. So I'm presuming all 3 of you, or just how many of you are gonna follow back down?
I think just me and Esmond. I think Dot's gonna stay with
All of
you.
it?
Yeah,
That's what we decided.
yeah. That's what I meant. All like three of you. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure of that. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to, as we head down, I'm going to cast Warding Bond on Clove. So as long as Clove stays,
Yeah. Fuck Durf. Like.
it lasts for an hour. No, it lasts for an hour. As long as Clove stays within 60 feet of me, you get a +1 to AC and saving throws, and has resistance to all damage.
Oh.
Also, each time it takes damage, I will take the same amount of damage, though.
Nice. Okay. Excellent. Oh god, that's like lifelink sort of shit.
Right.
All right.
Don't
Clove,
get hit.
you have this protection that is not quite a protection, but there you go.
I'm
so-
sorry for the amount of cat ass that you're experiencing right now.
That's okay.
If-
Kai!
No, I can only do it on one
That-
person. If I could do it on a second person,
So
I would
unbothered.
hit Durf too. But
Oh god, yeah.
Need twin spell for that, and it would be extremely dangerous if an area affects.
oh yeah. Oh, totally. Hit you both, and then I'll just take all the damage that everybody takes.
Jesus Christ, no. Yeah, hold on. We've got introducing Derek, who plays his 3rd new character in a row. Yeah. Oh, all right. So you guys kind of follow Durf. Durf leads the way back into the dark, giant dark room, which Durf, you're going to have a little bit of trouble navigating, but the two who can see where they're going, no problem, kind of help guide you back to the glowing pinnacle that is Heart at the end of the room.
Has anything answered back while I've hammered on the door, by the way?
Nothing is nothing has, I almost said nothing hammered back. Nothing has answered back. It's just quiet.
Okay. When I see everyone coming, I'm going to say, haven't heard a thing. Everything down there may be dead.
I wouldn't be surprised, given the nature of what is going on here. So I'm prepared. I think I have Clove prepared. Did you sustain any further injury in the time? Do you need assistance?
Just gotta try to lean on my shovel and try to catch my breath.
Didn't get to talk to you, Hart, before you left.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You watch the two little ones. I'm gonna pry this thing open.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna try and pry the bar off that door. Okay. Give me a strength check. Ha ha ha. Don't mind me, guys. It's fun chewing.
That's a 26.
You basically bend it like a paperclip. And this bar, part of it snaps off, but the other part straightens out. And you're able to slide it right off the door handles.
Okay. I'm throwing it open.
All right. As you do so, you are bombarded by a cloud of dust, as well as an overwhelming smell of blood, slight decay, and a swarm of flies.
Roll to vomit.
More like roll Constitution to not take sanity damage from that. Also, like what's it called? Allergies. Don't want to get those dust allergies.
Save or check?
Save.
See any con save?
Yeah.
19.
Is it?
Damn.
It's
Derek.
not poison though, right?
It's not poison. Nope.
Okay.
I got a 9.
I saw that. And I see a 19. Damn, everyone rolled really well except for
Guy who's made a constitution.
yes. So everyone was far enough back to kind of get out of the way of this. Heart, the dust kind of blinds you slightly. It's irritating the hell out of your eyes.
It's making me angry.
Yes, so much so so much so that you actually get angry enough where you trip on the lip of the door frame and kind of fall down a couple of the steps. You have basically rolled into the basement area, and you immediately notice while you're laying on the floor that the ceiling isn't too high. You can estimate that this was definitely made for a shorter staff or shorter beings, and that it was mostly what you can kind of gather, maybe like an understorage. Everyone else, you just watch Hart basically get angry and then trip and fall down these steps.
You didn't break anything going down, did you?
Nothing that won't grow back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow behind once the falling has stopped.
The falling has ended. The flies have flown out, yet some of them kind of remain. They kind of like buzz around the doorway and kind of around you guys, as you know, they were disturbed. They are trying to kind of figure out where to go. And as you make your way downstairs, you get to Hart, who's a little disheveled, but getting back up onto his hooves with no problem. And Hart, you look around and you see more. You see the same bloodstained trail. And down here, it looks like there's a couple of crates. And the walls are lined with like an older wood paneling, which seems to be kind of rotting away. And you notice straight ahead, at the far wall, you can see a door, to which you can see the blood trail lead to, and then a little bit of something darker at the bottom of the door, kind of almost looks like it's liquid leaking out.
Before we go further, because I don't need concentration to cast this, and the duration is 8 hours,
Concentration.
I aid Hart, Clove, and Durf. So they all get their maximum hit points and current hit points increased by 5 for the duration.
Okay. When I see that door, I'm just clenching my fists and heading straight towards it.
Are you gonna rush the door?
I'm not dashing. I'm stomping with purpose.
Fucking door! Heart, Angie stomps, Heart's Angie, and he's stomping towards basically, the door at the end of the, room. You get to the door, and from what you can tell, it doesn't seem to have a lock on it, so you could probably just open it up.
I'm slamming it open.
Okay, slam it open. The sight that you behold on the other side of the door is something of a bit of a shock. You have seen bodies from war, but you've never seen a mass murder. And that's what sits at the other end of this door. If there are others who kind of walk up behind, they too will see this horror, as it looks that the rest of the refugees in which you had seen earlier are piled up in this blood-stained pile, lifeless, not moving, not breathing. The sheer terror in their eyes is still there, and it's quite a shock from, from what you had seen when you had first come upon them in the when they were huddled together in the overseer's office.
I'm just gonna turn to Hart real quick and just ask the very simple question: are we in Barovia now?
It's Vlad. No. He's here.
We need to check this surrounding area for ritual signs, this many kills. You're I would hate to think this, but that'd be a lot of juice for something bad.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew. Yeah, ew. Juice for something bad. Oh. Okay. So give me... Yeah. I want juice for something bad.
No.
Well, if you're gonna look, who else is gonna look around? Do you guys want to just kind of,
Yeah, with an investigation check for sure.
Absolutely. Hold on. What am I missing? I need to know. I need to be a part of this.
They picked the right fruit for that.
Sure. Oh, come on, man. Stop. All right. Why am I still watching this? Go ahead and give me Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and that could be done for anyone else too who wants to do that. God damn it.
That is a nat 20
Oh God. All right, nat 20.
to a nat 20.
A nat 20 to a nat 20.
3.
14.
Perfect. So, Durf, you're just enamored by the blood. You're like, huh? They're ruining this
Like,
perfectly good
This,
dirt floor.
like, I gotta start burying.
Like that's all that's on your mind. Clove,
This is gonna be a lot of grave work.
Clove, you notice that on the bodies particularly, there's a lot of slash wounds. And it looks synonymous with what the weapons that the brutes had carried.
Oh, I thought Wolverine.
What?
I thought Wolverine.
Oh yeah, you see a lot of slash weapons. A Wolverine appears behind you. Roll for initiative. Yeah. No, Logan, don't. You know?
No, Logan!
Oh man.
Logan rages.
Yeah, Logan
Loves
rages.
us all.
Holy fuck.
I leave.
If oh god, you've got me planned for a great future session. So you do notice too that the way that the clothing is torn on some of these individuals is kind of synonymous with the sheer force of what the brutes are capable of. Though you don't really see anything out of place that would indicate sacrificing or like anything that would be ritualistic in this case, from what you've seen or experienced.
Oh, good. These were just standard murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as bad as that sounds, we've already had like a possessed slime, and this woman possessed. You know, we a lot of possible demon stuff, and it's better that we're just dealing with psychotic brutes and not.
Listen, you're trying to like help save your village and beat back the Scorch, but in doing so, you're uncovering a lot of dark secrets that are kind of on this land. Esmond, you kind of agree that you kind of look at Clove, and Clove looks at you, and you kind of both agree that this is not very ritualistic, in any way, shape, or form. There's no religious intent to appease a certain deity or anything like that to gain favors with a higher being. However, you can say that there's something odd about these murders. It's very sloppy. Whoever those brutes were, you can't put your finger on it. But something tells you that they may have been undercover as something else. Whether it was intentional or not, who knows? But this isn't just a normal mass murder. The only way you can get answers is probably from Amber.
Oh, the dead will hold no secrets to Esmond.
She's not fucking dead anymore. You brought her back.
No, I mean those guys will hold no secrets.
Oh god, what are you gonna
They
do?
will until tomorrow when I have no slots.
Oh,
I can't speak with
God.
dead today because I have
No, don't. God. All right, fine. That'll make it more interesting. Why
you
must
always
you
have to
do
prepare
this to
for
me?
this when there's a cleric in the party.
No, I am prepared. I actually had. I felt like he was going to do this, but I'm just like, why are you making my life difficult? Like.
Well, I can't do it now because I don't have any slots available. So the dead will hold their secrets for 24 hours.
I need to know, how are you planning on getting these bodies to an area where you're going to be like, all right, don't touch them. I need to talk to them. Just wait until tomorrow, though.
Technically, I only need like a skull of one of them or something like that.
Oh no.
Let me see. What is it?
What?
They all need to be properly buried, but what is the requirement that I need?
You just need some of the body, not all of it.
God, I
Yeah.
need fucking bagel bites. Someone just get me bagel bites.
Is that what fixes this? I don't think so.
Yeah.
The bagel bites are not
What
gonna
fixes
correct.
me? Okay, the free lunch at work today was supposed to be like a pizza bagel. They didn't have any. They ran out. Instead, I went and got fucking Wendy's. So
we're gonna Durf and I will bury these bodies here. Well, I hate to do it here because this seems like not the right place to do it either.
No,
but
it's not the right place.
but there's going to be no place. How are we going to cart out this many bodies either?
Yeah, that is a later problem.
Yeah.
so
So
we'll have to figure this out at a later date.
we'll have to have some other. We'll have to have some of the city guard help us bring these out and properly bury them. So in that meantime, we can question. We can search around here, make sure we haven't missed anything. We can question Amber, and if it comes to it, I can try to speak with one of them later on, if need be.
In the meantime, while you guys were doing all that, I'm already on my way back up to find Amber.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Heart,
follow
you're-
Heart because I'm disgusted and I want to get out.
Okay, you guys are there. For those of you who kind of stayed back, um, something falls in front of the doorway, and when you kind of look at it, it's actually a couple of thin swords. They don't look very powerful, but they're just like a couple of like almost like small mouse-sized swords that kind of like are still in a leather sheath.
They were leaning up against the door.
They were leaning up kind of like against the wall next to the door, but because of Heart's stomping, they jiggled loose and fell down on the floor, like right in front of the doorway.
That's
If we were to kind of
were those swords proportional to the brutes?
no, these swords are much smaller than what the brutes would have had.
Perhaps the defender's weapon, although none of them looked like they got to defend themselves for too long.
Yeah, these weapons definitely you can kind of put together that these weapons may have belonged to maybe one or two of the refugees here. But they still look like they're tight in their sheath, not ready to be used. So whoever the owners were, they were not able to get to them in time.
If nothing else, we should bring them up. They're gonna do no one good, any good here. So, on the way out, if you wish, Durf, I'll carry them. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but I will say a quick prayer to Hath about allowing these souls to travel on to where they need to go, and that we will make sure proper arrangements are made soon.
Yeah, I'm not really good at dragging, carrying.
And I'll take the two swords, kind of sling them over. I don't necessarily want to wear them, but I'll carry them with me for now.
Okay, excellent.
Back that way.
Perfect. You guys have well, one of you has the swords. Heart and Clove. You basically have kind of left those two behind. And you are heading up to the second floor. Or rather, you're heading up to you've gotten onto the ground floor, and you're heading towards a stairway. Is there anywhere else you'd like to kind of go before you head up to the second floor, or are you just kind of dead set on going up?
I'm going right for Amber.
Okay. As you walk up the stairs, you hear you hear faint crying. And you also hear Dot's voice saying, "Why? Why did you do this? What? You were not like this when we met. What happened to you? Who did this to you?"
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna stomp into the room, angry.
Uh, you garner the attention of both Amber, who looks up. You can tell, illuminating her face. Tears have matted the fur around her eyes. And Dot, looking at you, quite concerned, steps in front of Amber. Almost a slightly kind of defensive, or almost like a mom separating her children from a threat.
She's awake. Good. Move out of the way.
What are you going to do? Don't do anything drastic. We found out that she was under control. She confessed.
Whose control?
Amber looks up. I don't know. The ring, it did something to me. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't protect them. I let them do this to the people who I was supposed to protect, and they were my friends. They were like family. They were my village people.
I'm gonna point at the bodies of the two other. I'm gonna point at the bodies of the other two brutes, and I'm gonna say, were they under control too? Where did they come from?
I don't know, but something compelled me to just have them be around. They scared me, but I couldn't react. If anything, I just got I was angry all the time. I was aggressive. I was mean. God, and it just, for some reason, they felt like the only ones who didn't influence me or anger me. They just were there.
Where did you get the ring from?
Back in our village before the scorch hit. Right before the scorch hit. There was a traveling trader on the outskirts. They didn't give a name. They just wore a robe and offered trinkets for a reasonable price. And the trinkets, they said, garner good luck and fortune and prosperity and protection. And they giggled quite a bit.
We need more than that. A description.
I didn't see their face, but I did see their tails. They were, what the fuck is a dove race? Sorry, don't mind me.
Are those the Lumas or something
The
like
Lumas, thank you. It was, they were definitely Lumas, but I couldn't see what they looked like. Their robes covered their face, their beaks. Their identity was hidden. Their voice, though, it was very childlike, almost.
How long did you wear the ring?
Once I bought it, I put it on. I was completely aware of what was happening, but I had nothing. I couldn't control it. It was almost as if my reality started spiraling right after we had been forced out of our village. And Dot kind of looks over. You did start acting a little strange on the road. And once we got to the Elderheart, I was split from you almost immediately, but you didn't say goodbye, and you didn't... If anything, you seemed very upset. Not in a sad way, but in an angry way. Nimber just looks... That wasn't me. I would never do that to you. You were amazing. You were so nice. We were the only ones who talked shit about Sherry. That bitch. But you were the only, like, truly nice one to me in the village, and I really, even though I wanted to make everyone happy, you were the one who I loved seeing every day. Oh god, I hope I didn't hurt your kids. I don't think I did, right? No, I didn't hurt your kids. Are they okay?
The kids are fine.
Oh, thank god.
I'm gonna go grab one or both of the corpses of these other Mopox or whatever they were that we fought.
They were Mopok brutes. There's about th 3 corpses.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
I'm grabbing at least one of them, and I'm gonna drag them back down. And I'm gonna drag them to Esmond and Durf, and just drop it right in front of them, and I'm gonna say, "This is the one we need to talk to."
Wait, where were you guys?
They were down below,
Oh yeah,
we're
heading back up.
We're
Okay.
heading back up. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're okay. You're on the ground floor. You're no longer in the creepy basement area.
So we will. I need a little while to prepare the ritual, but we will discuss things thoroughly with this one. Did you, not having heard all this, and did you have any further gains of conversation with Amber?
I'll basically relay the important information. The doves robed, didn't see their faces. Apparently more than one of them.
All because of this, and I'll hold up the ring. Heart,
Do we need it for anything?
I would ask you to do me a favor. I will toss it down on the ground. Can you get a good big stomp on this? See if you can crush it up. See if something happens.
Okay. I'm gonna rage, and I'm just gonna smash it.
Okay. As you rage, Esmond, you can see as his his hoof gets closer and closer, the ring starts to get a little darker. His hoof comes down on the ring full force, and out of sheer might, it shatters into plenty of pieces.
Good riddance.
In that shattering, there's a quick burst of smoke, and then that's it.
Well, it's not going to solve everything, but it's not going to cause further problems. Thank you. In our previous encounters with individuals who are under these influences, we've made cases for them to be spared. Hart, do you believe that sparing Amber now will be, assuming this wasn't under her direct case, will be beneficial to her? Or do you think seeing all, the knowledge of all this is going to be too much for her?
Now she's the only witness.
She's made a foolish choice, and she'll have to live with that. The ones who gave her that ring will not get to live with it when we find them.
Okay. Sounds fair enough. To the authorities, then, we will need their help in clearing the bodies and properly getting them to where they need to go anyway. So, and I've got some kids, and I've got a wife to reunite with some kids, and figure some other stuff out. So
Okay,
let us
excellent.
make our way out.
Yep, so basically you gather together. What the fuck? Okay, we're good. Sorry. No, I keep hearing someone calling my name, and it sounds like they're right at my door, and there's, like, no one there.
You're haunted, bitch.
Okay, the ghost activity has actually started picking up in the house, where it's happened to Barry, where he's seen out of the corner of his eye while on his computer in the office me standing in the doorway and saying Barry, like, full on his name. And he's actually texted or called me saying, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm outside the house," or "I'm on my way home from work." So the ghosts are posing as me, and also Ghost Kitty sometimes purrs next to my head. Yeah, let's just say for some reason
It's definitely not the three cats.
yeah, the cats stacked up on top of each other. Barry, like in a meow voice. Oh fucking god, that would be creepy. So you basically gather together your group, and you head outside to leave. You notice it's a little bit it must be closer to nighttime because the market has dispersed somewhat. And there's not as many people around as there was when you had first kind of come into this area. You don't immediately see any guards, but you do see one that kind of looks to be wandering about. This area doesn't seem to be too patrolled, but luckily you do kind of find one off over near the market area.
Yeah, I mean, flag him down. Say, we need help now. There's people dead. A lot of them.
The guard immediately comes over and says, I caught a little bit of that. What seems to be the problem?"
There's a lot of dead people. We need help.
Okay.
Go get your superior and bring him down here now.
Right. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be back as quick as I can. You see him kind of head off in a certain direction. 10-15 minutes pass, and you start hearing kind of clanking armor come in your direction. And it seems to be a full force of what? What's up?
So the Elder Heart is mostly made up of birds. So what are the guards mostly?
The guards are mostly they are mostly, I can't remember if they are sorry, there's a picture of the captain here. I just want to make sure. So they are actually mostly it seems like it's mostly Luna and, oh no, I'm sorry, not Luna. God, that is it's like a mixture of Raptor and Luna is what seems to be a majority of the guards.
So doves and then what bee is?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. All right. Yep, Raptor. Yeah, so basically Raptor and Luna are basically the main forms here. There are some mostly God, the owls, which are, yes, the strigs. So a lot of the common folk are strig. A couple of Mopok, and that seems to be kind of like it for the most part. And there goes my book, but that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So the guards you kind of see in the distance. Guards are kind of making their way towards you at a hastily pace. And a very familiar face is mixed in there, and it's the captain that you had kind of fought with at the bandit camp. And he looks surprised to see you, and he's like, what seems to be going on? My one of my men had told me that there were bodies, multiple bodies. What happened?
Sorry, Jess came in. She's feeling nauseous. She actually got her first COVID vaccine shot earlier, a couple hours ago.
Yeah, lucky bitch.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna give him a full briefing of exactly what happened. Say that we, starting with the kidnapping of Esmond and Dot, and going down with us, tracking them down there, and finding the bodies.
Well, this is certainly a new one. We've never had mischievous antics.
It's not antic.
Mischievous?
This is not mischievous. This was cold, calculated murder imposed.
I apologize. I misspoke. I meant mischievous actions caused by a cult of evildoers, which has led to pretty much a giant murder.
I'm not sure they were a cult either. I mean, there's one person and a couple of people, but like, it was much more, unfortunately, due to outside influences. So we are going
outside
to deal with
influences
those
of
outside influences.
Oh, my apologies. An outside influence of a religious cult. Okay. Well, this is definitely a new one. And this is very, very unfortunate. The crime is not uncommon down here, but something of this scale is just unimaginable. You mentioned a ring. Do you happen to have that?
I destroyed it.
Okay. Well, that's good, because we do not want that getting into the hands of anyone else. Well, my men and I will take care of the situation. We will clean up the best we can, and we will organize burials, respectful burials.
Yes, and I will pull out like 50 gold, like, try to make it slightly more than a mass grave if you can.
He kind of like pushes the gold. Do not worry. The city will pay for these burials. You do not have to worry about this. We appreciate the help.
Well, it
but-
did kind of happen on your watch, so that's understandable.
That's a bit of sass that I was not expecting, but we're gonna.
Well, it did.
Damn, I don't know how to
He's
come.
not
You know,
wrong.
he's not wrong, but fuck. Let's see. A lot of things happen that we can't control, nor that we can foresee. Best we can do is pick ourselves up and continue to try our best every day.
You know that ring came from a Luma vendor in a distant village.
A Luma vendor. Do you happen to know the names, or was there any?
No, this one does not know. It was.
Because we have a
An
lot of
impulse buy,
we have a lot of vendors. You know, our upper markets. We have upper, middle, and lower. You know, not many Lumas down here, but the middle and the upper markets especially are quite big, as I can imagine you've seen time and time. And that's unfortunately most of our citizens up there.
perhaps, if you don't object, we will have a quick and we'll go up and have a couple of discussions with some of these vendors. Perhaps, I'm not saying that any of them are responsible, but perhaps they know more about this vendor in this other village.
That's definitely something that I believe you should, if you have the knowledge and you have the um, willingness to do, then I think that would definitely help us out a bit too, so we can make sure to know what we're looking for. And he he says, we have to take care of the situation. Please, if there's anything else you need, let us know, but we ask that you please return back to a safe place for the night.
We need access to the corpse of one of the attackers.
Can I ask why?
We're going to take it with us, and we're going to perform a ritual to question it.
Huh. Oh.
When we are done, we will dispose of it properly, and through no additional need of your intervention. And consider it part of the investigation. If you have an issue with that, bring it up with the king and queen, whoever runs this place. We've talked to them earlier.
The
I guarantee you,
council.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee you, they will not have an objection to us gathering further evidence on this case. So
I'd rather not bring the council into this, but if you need to, assign some men to the investigation.
Wow.
And we can
sexist.
have them present. Or women, whatever he's got.
I feel we should at least have a couple guards present in the event that something does happen. We don't want a brute to be brought back to life in the branches and then wreak chaos amongst the
Oh,
families.
no. You're vastly mistaken about the process. We don't really animate the body. We just rip the soul close enough so that it can answer questions through its decayed body long enough till we are satisfied with the answers, and then we shift it back to the hellish underworld that it's coming from.
That makes me very uncomfortable.
Clove will kind of say under her breath when he says about like rampaging in the branches that it was okay for them to rampage through the roots, though.
Oh, fuck. He's going to kind of slightly ignore that.
My
comment,
companion is
even though
absolutely
right.
correct, and ignoring her statement just shows you complicit in the argument. So
he burrows up a little bit. Now, I have been kind to you and grateful for your assistance in the bandits. You are nothing short of heroes to us here. However,
Short here.
Those... Shut up. Roll death save. Yeah, let's... Oh my fucking god.
You didn't also just walk into a room where, if I'm not mistaken, a great deal of mawpox of my people have been needlessly slaughtered in the roots of your great city.
We are going to do what we can. Please, just go home. You are allowed to have the body. Just cover it up when you take it.
Of course, discretion is important.
Thank you.
We'll get a wheelbarrow. It'll be fine.
Get a wheelbarrow.
Now,
And clearly mark the wheelbarrow. This is not carrying a corpse. Just so it's clear when we go through town that they know we're not carrying a corpse.
Now, before you leave, I do have another message that I was actually hoping to relay to you in the morning. The Birdful Council do want to see you tomorrow, late morning, early evening. They have more to discuss with you in conjuncture with basically the bandits.
Okay.
But please take your lead. And oh my god, what are you doing? You're
Exactly.
breaking every time. I'm like getting into a serious convo. He's like, yeah, fucking honestly, this is what I'm dealing with. But you know what? I love it. This is our aesthetic. Okay? Like,
Wait a
yeah.
second. Damn it! Do I have animate dead?
No,
I
do not. Do fucking not. I swear to God. I will totally total party kill all of you. Except Clove.
Okay.
Clove has done nothing wrong. Except be no. She actually, you know what?
I'm a savage, okay?
Clove, Clove,
Guilt by association.
Clove, if you
So,
do
so
not
yeah,
sorry,
once the guards are out of the way,
you get the body. Just take the fucking
yeah,
body.
Just
wouldn't
leave me
it
alone,
just be-
please.
shouldn't we just go to the village where she got the ring
The village
and
that's
start our
burnt,
search there?
the village that's burnt down.
Oh,
They were
I
refugees.
missed,
Yeah. That's the
I missed
problem.
that part.
The village that
Yeah.
you actually did investigate before you got there, and you found nothing because it all had been burnt by the scourge.
Okay.
She basically got the ring on the way out.
It's basically
Just
on the
to be-
outskirts, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Clove.
So, just to be clear on like the timeline of things, this was happened by the most recent effects of the Scorch, not like the first time the Scorch happened.
Correct.
Yeah.
The first
Okay.
scorch didn't reach down as far as it had gone this time. It seems as though the scorch is coming back basically with a vengeance.
Okay.
Reese-
Yeah, pretty much. Clove, I'm gonna give you fucking inspiration for your fucking ACAP comment, honestly. Like, let's be real.
I already have inspiration, so
Oh,
double
fuck.
inspiration.
No, I can't double inspiration. But
I
Kevin,
know.
Kevin, I'll give you inspiration as well for that fucking gif of kills me. Unbelievable.
I also already have inspiration. But that's
Fuck!
fine.
You guys have to use that shit.
Nope, hoard it forever.
Yeah, hoard it for yeah, be like me.
The only person who doesn't
It's like
have
special
inspiration-
ammo. You save it for the end boss.
And then you don't use it, like. All right. Basically, you are free to go. Stay safe.
Yeah, we didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I know. Just go home. Just fucking go home.
Let's take the body and go.
Yeah.
Just go to bed.
To
Um,
do.
Get that full rest. Let's
legit.
go get that full rest.
Yep. You
Yeah, we do
basically
need a
cart
full-
you cart home a dead body. Dot is kind of disgusted, saying, oh, "God, do we need to bring this fucking thing back to the house? Come on."
It's important.
Oh God, don't
I
let the
promise
kids
you.
don't let the kids see it. They're gonna try and touch it.
Honey, it's important for my hobby, okay? God, you just don't understand.
But I don't want my
Look,
kids
this is-
touching it.
This
It's
is
gonna
not
be
a hobby. This
problem.
is a calling. Okay.
They're,
You know,
it's
have
gonna
to speak
influence
with this
them.
I have to speak with this dead thing. But no, yeah, I agree. The kids should probably not be playing with it.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, as soon as she's gone, I'm aging the kids. Come here, look at this.
No, husband,
I
don't.
have absolutely no sense. Of,
Biology 101.
So
you guys want to see
everyone,
me talk to a dead guy?
so after a long night of Dot basically just wishing she had a different husband, you all get a full night's rest. You get a nice long rest from that. Morning has cometh. I'm assuming you guys want to do some things before heading over to the Birdfolk Council, correct? Okay. You wanted to prioritize talking to the dead body, right?
I think I know I mentioned like talking to merchants, but I don't think that's going to be as beneficial as just asking. I think we get like 5. I think we get like 5 questions out of this thing if I do it right.
Now, keep in mind, these aren't merchants; these are brutes.
No, I meant like talking to the other merchants about the merchant that Amber saw.
Talking to the corpse better than talking to the merchant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm saying we should have this discussion with the corpse, and we can forego talking to the merchants, so we could probably go to the council after that if everybody's okay with that.
Talking to the dead's your thing. Go for it.
So, I will actually use my Scourge craft to basically build like kind of a little smoke tent off the side of the house where we'll put the body in, because the point is burning incense, but also I don't want people to watch us like, and Dot's not gonna let me do it in the house. So,
no. Dot's saying, do not, fucking do not.
So we'll build a little temporary addition to the house, in which we can burn incense and talk to this dead guy in a circle. So.
Okay. So you kind of get this area set up, and it looks like you are ready to do the ritual.
Okay, so what I need to do then, semblance of life until the spell ends, I can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. If you are hostile to it or recognize it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. Okay. Does not return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse cannot learn new information. Okay. Yeah. So we have 10 minutes. Well, the duration of casting time is 1 action. The duration is 10 minutes to ask it 5 questions. So I will look to the others. I can open the door, but I'm not sure exactly all of the questions to ask. So what do we have in mind?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
The fuck?
What the fuck? Who sent you? Like the first 2 that come to mind myself. So.
So wait, are you legit asking it what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Can I just like
Yeah, you know what? If nothing else, that is going to be our first question. We still have 4 we can do. But what the fuck does seem like the appropriate question to ask at this time?
Oh my god. Okay.
I want Hart to get really angry and just be like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck? Okay.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I'd like to know why the refugees needed to die, and I'd like to know where the ring came from, if they even knew anything about it, which I can only assume they did, because that would be a weird coincidence.
So
The one person that was mind controlled by the weird ring also ended up with 2 serial killers that were just there for fun.
Okay, so let me just see what are the questions you want to ask, just so I actually have this like.
Oh, I'm putting them right down there, like we.
Did we look at the brutes at all to see if they had rings as well, or was it just amber?
It was.
We never checked them, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you ever checked them, but you don't see it. You don't see any of them on their body. Who's your daddy, and what does he do?
Oh, if we hadn't used what the fuck is, that might be the next question. But we gotta get 2 more to ask that are.
I'm not being very helpful tonight. I'm sorry.
No, that is quite all right. So you animate the body, and it just kind of like looks at you, and you ask the first question, "What the fuck?" How many questions? You can ask 5 questions from this, right?
5 questions. Yep. So there's 3. Number 4. Who else is giving you orders? Or who else was giving you orders? I guess.
Yeah, we can ask questions, get answers, and then ask questions.
Yep. Okay. So.
Yep. Right.
Oh, yeah.
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 So. What?
Yeah,
The first question is.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay. They deserved to die. It was fate. You wouldn't understand. You don't worship. Great One. It's plural.
I keep hearing about fate, and this really pisses me
The
off.
fate ties you together.
Or Great One.
How the fuck do I say it? Why is their name so fucking
Pronunciation.
complicated? It's not. It shouldn't be that complicated. Okay, Claran.
Oh, so they mean that Luma god of faith,
Claran.
fate and magic.
Claran.
I hate how creepy you're being right now. I hate it so much.
He just looks at you.
You say they deserve to die. Why?
It was their path. It was their fate. Claran knows fate. It was their fate. You can't outrun your fate.
Apparently, neither could you.
I was ready. For I am a follower, I must follow my fate.
Okay. So, where did the ring come from?
Our trinkets, our toys. Hate your questions. But they come from the ones who provide them. Our travelers.
Does anybody else want to ask this something before I give Durf? Well, no, actually, before I give Durf and Clove the opportunity to catapult it off the side of this giant tree.
Please don't launch a body into the fucking city. I'm not. See, you have no. Shut up, Katie. You have full autonomy, and you are allowed to do whatever you want. I'm just putting my input of please.
So we catapulted out and
I can't stop you, but I can ask you not to.
I can't stop you. I beg you. All right. So you've gotten those answers.
Why Amber?
Trust. Protection. She was able to provide it, as fate had told. She's tied together by the binds of fate. She couldn't escape it. She is chosen by our glorious leaders, our leaders in the sky, and by the ones who talk to them, the travelers.
We have a crazy pigeon
hopefully when this
You
ritual is
were-
over, he's
This-
not a live pigeon.
This is what happens when you lose your connection to the dirt.
And he looks at you. The dirt. Ha! You anger me. You're dirt. Disgusting.
You're just a body.
Your
I
face.
really
Just
don't
wait until I
care.
bury you, dude.
You're a fucking
An
corpse.
eternity of dirt
Yeah.
for you.
You're just gonna get more. You know what?
He just
We're gonna
start.
make sure we pack a little extra dirt in your mouth
he
on
gets
the
a-
way down.
You can start that. You can start to kind of tell that your spell is starting to kind of, not disintegrate, but like, degrade.
Yeah.
As it
else?
starts repeating phrases over and over again, to the point where they become incoherent, gibberish garble. And it starts fading away, and the body becomes lifeless, moving, or not moving, yeah. It starts doing fucking Pilates. It's lifeless, and, your spell effect has ended.
We'll remove that. Okay, so the giant catapult that we need to like toss this out. No. What? No. What do we? We'll return the body to who needs to be done, but it. What can we really have gained from this to tell them? Just that fate is out to stir up more trouble.
Crazy pigeon.
The last thing that he said was something about the travelers. Do we think that he meant that as in the pigeons were literally travelers that were traveling? Or is that a term for, like, is that a religious term for followers of this god? Did that have any significance?
I think it might. I mean, I can't say for sure. I would need to do a little more research, but it would seem to me that that might have to do with their traveling merchants, because that's how Amber received the trinket, through just the traveling
The-
robe.
The refugees were by definition travelers.
Do you wanna give me do you wanna wait and do research, or do you wanna give me a roll for that?
We'll give you a religion check now.
Okay, give me
I
that.
get
Give me that religion check.
I'll do the same.
To 15.
15.
No,
Okay.
it's not a.
Okay, cool. Katie, is that a Bubba
wait.
keg?
What?
Is that a Bubba keg? The drink holder that you have in front of your.
Oh, I didn't realize you could see that.
I just
Yeah.
I see Bubba, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, she is a Bubba keg.
It's right at the edge.
I know.
I can't see it on my box.
So what, Squeaky? Sorry, cat squeak. From what you can kind of recall from this religion in particular, is that in order to kind of what the fuck is that word? Bring about. I don't know why thought that started with a C. When trying to bring about chaos, they do so with travelers, basically traveling traders, or higher ups within the religion who kind of disguise themselves as traveling traders to hand off these cursed trinkets that bring about a chaos that was foreseen in the fates.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is like
Yeah.
classic behavior for the crazy.
Absolutely.
I think after we go to the bird council, is Eliza in this town with us? The cat merchant?
Yes, actually.
I
She
doubt
has.
we'll ever be able to get rid of her.
Yes, she has her own. She actually has her own emporium here. So.
Loath as I am to say it, I think that we should talk to her because she might have connections to other traders and have like some networking skills that would be pretty valuable for this.
Oh god, yes, I get to bring up my Harley Quinn voice again. I'm so happy.
It serves
Is that what that is?
to I guess in means of we searching for bandits along the way, we might as well start dealing with merchants as well. So
Yeah.
Alrighty.
council next time.
To the council on the next episode of Humblewood.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. So yes, a lot happened. You heard me. I really hope I didn't wake the no. Everyone's asleep. They didn't hear me do a loud laugh. We're fine. Um, but yes, this was fun. We are going to be back next week to continue. Unless we are starting, I don't know. We're still trying to work out another Friday game that kind of happens on every other week.
I'm pretty much ready to go anytime.
Okay.
So, but there's just 2 more characters we're really waiting to have be finalized, and otherwise, I'm good to go.
Excellent. Well, we are gonna sign off here. I'm Nick. You can find me at BlueAura94YT for my Twitter. I am going to be here Sunday for our Grand Duchy of Chantal game, and also on Monday for our Waterdeep continuation, where we are going back again into the Undermountain, or Skullport, if I'm not mistaken.
We're still in under.
You've got plenty of options on where to go next, but I think you're going to be exploring some more of that lost level with the dwarven tomb.
Right. Okay, excellent. And then you can catch me maybe back for next Friday, depending on how things will go. But other than that, I'm gonna pass it off to Kayvon.
So yeah, Evil Sales Ass on Twitter is the best place to find me. And the other place to find me would be the other games I run. So tomorrow, Sunday night for Duchy. Guys wandered into a bit of a mystery situation that was not what you expected, and I think that's going to unfold in interesting forward-going ways. And then Monday night will be back into Undermountain, random exploration and craziness there. But yeah, we've got a full weekendish schedule of games, so that's how we do. From there to Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. You can find me on basically all social media as Katie Bugs. And then you can see this little bean out there sometimes too.
They're so fucking cute.
I am also in the Sunday game now, so I'll be there. And I don't know, I think that's it. I'll pass to Derek.
Yep, you can find me on Twitter at DarkAwesome, DERK Awesome. Number 1. Number 2, given the tone of today's game, there will be no dad joke. I'm holding off on that.
Thank
because it was
God. Oh my.
literally
No.
a massacre, and the only joke I could think of was totally inappropriate for the day. So we will hold off, and I will hit you with 3 next time, because that's the way
Fuck,
things go.
no. Alright guys, this is the last episode we're doing of the stream.
That is a threat.
Oliver?
Yeah, you can find me in our official Discord. Link down below. Find me there. Find everyone else in this game here, and anyone else in any of the other games. Jump in there and say hi. That's it.
Okay, excellent. Well guys, it was great having you. Tune in next time, and we will see you later. Have a great night.
Bye.
All right, shut it down.